Mains examination, Saurabh, what did you design your strategy like in terms of time management, word management, writing 150 words in 8 minutes, 250 words in 10 minutes, then paper 4 has different strategy.
Yes.
What was your strategy in preparing mains examination?
Sir, for the first time when I wrote an answer, I wrote it while giving mains, my first mains in 2021.
मैं जॉब के साथ साथ ये परस्यू किया. Lots of candidates are confused that how many hours they should study. You are a live example before them that doing job and simultaneously preparing.
Yes, I left my job in 2020.
First thing I would say, saying so congratulations is so fraction of second, but it takes huge time and very tough journey. Earlier you had been watching others, now people are watching you. The whole thing has changed, time has changed now. So first thing, we would on today take me as your spokesperson. I'll be precising your words to the aspirants who are listening to you. So first thing, Saurabh, tell us something about your journey. It's a very turbulent and tiring journey, and you made it. This rank you made in 4th attempt. It's not question of 4th attempt. It's a question of, professionally speaking, it's a question of mission. It was sometime mission impossible. Now you made it mission possible. So how did you cover this tiring journey? And you please share with those who are aspiring.
Sir, 4 years, 4 attempts and 5 years has indeed been a long journey. But sir, I believe if the why factor is clear right from the beginning, and we give ourselves basically a objective target of say 3 years or 5 years at max.
Sorry, I would be not interrupting you. In fact, I would be precising the point for the audience. Why factor? Point to be noted. That means you should be very much motivated. Why you want to join civil service? There has to be a very organic cause, very genuine cause. That will keep you motivated, what Sourabh has said. Very fine, very good. Yeah.
And secondly, I think a time frame keeps us in the loop. If we don't have a time frame of say, suppose if you, whenever you take a decision of preparing for UPSC, you definitely have a cost associated with it. For me, it was a job that was that I was already doing. So I had a time frame in mind that I'll try for 2 attempts or 3 attempts, and if not, then I'll go back to my job. But because of COVID and other uncertainties, I tried to give myself one more attempt, and then the purpose was clear that if I get into it, then great. If not, then I go back. So this was something that kept on motivating me as to this is my last attempt, and this is where I have to give my best. And since the why factor was already clear, so these two things I think came together to keep me in this journey for this long, and by God's grace,
really, I tell you, it's not nothing succeed like success, Saurabh. Today, everybody would be appreciating you, highlighting your strength. And before getting selected, it's a very material world, harsh world. People keep pointing out shortcomings. ऐसा नहीं कर रहे हो इसलिए रुक रहा है, ऐसा नहीं कर रहे हो इसलिए हो रहा है. Those who are not having even fundamental knowledge of this examination start giving you some sort of advice कि तुम ऐसे क्यों नहीं करते हो. ऐसे समय बदलता है. लेकिन आज आप देखो जो आपका कोर पॉइंट आप बता रहे हो कि सर मैं जॉब के साथ साथ ये परस्यू किया. Lots of candidates are confused that how many hours they should study. You are a live example before them that doing job and simultaneously preparing.
No, so I left my job in 2020.
2020 you left. Yes. Okay. Thereafter 4 years.
Yes, sir,
and that is because of COVID naturally. That
yes,
also.
The plan does not come.
In entire global planning
Yes,
failed naturally. What is very nice. So now you tell me one thing, Saurabh, that during this turbulent journey, I would say turbulent journey it is, sometimes you feel like, यार पता नहीं ये decision सही है या क्या करूँ. Did you ever realize that it looks like mission impossible?
So both the things are true. The uncertainty makes us ask ourselves again and again that whether the decision that we took was right or not, and it appears to be impossible as well. But I think one needs to find those moments of motivation and inspiration in their journey. And for me, that was the parameters on which I take decisions. I always try to compare the worst possible options that I have, and out of the worst possible, basically the uh, worst possible outcomes that two options can have, I choose the best among these two. So I thought that there is nothing to lose. Even if I don't get into it, I'll have a stable and good career. I had confidence in myself. So that was something that kept on boosting me.
Please
during
share
the
where
turbulent
you
times
had
as
been
well.
working.
So I've been working as a software developer in D Shaw
Okay.
India Private Limited, Hyderabad.
Yeah, please continue.
Yes, sir. So that's what I said. That certainty of stability that I had in my mind, that I'm confident of doing something good even if this fails, gave me those moments of motivation that I have nothing to lose, and this is one thing that I want to do, and so let's push it one more time. If basically I failed in prelims in 2023.
I would say Saurabh is a good example that जब अंधेरा गहराता है तभी सवेरा होता है. तो ये जो पिच डार्क जब सौरभ आपके सामने आता होगा कभी, तो टेल यू प्रोफेशनली नॉट पर्सनली, 90% of the youth generally they get lost in darkness, but 10% like you really that you try to find out a beam of light, कहाँ से दिख रहा है, and that beam of light you started crawling again, निकल जाएंगे, and you are here. Really very nice. क्योंकि ये मैं इसको वर्ड्स में डाल रहा हूँ, लेकिन जो फीलिंग है वो आपके साथ है अभी.
Yes, sir.
बहुत सारे मेरे इस वर्ड्स के साथ में लॉट्स ऑफ मेमोरी डाउन द मेमोरी लेन वुड बी कमिंग इन योर माइंड साइमल्टेनियसली कि एक समय ऐसा भी लगता था, एक समय ऐसा लगता था. Yes, it is. और होता क्या, at that point of time you generally feel alone.
Yes, sir.
But once now you are surrounded by people, Saurabh, Saurabh, Saurabh everywhere. It is like that. This is the way world changes. Now you Saurabh, you share with aspirant that strategy. What is the role of a strategy, and how did you design your own strategy? Yes.
Sir, I believe in this journey, every aspirant is unique. Everybody has their own way of learning things and memorizing things or producing their best on the paper. And that's why there are a number of journeys if a number of people are selected. For me, it was important to identify how I can improve myself. So one thing that I did different was I gave very few mocks, be it in prelims or in mains, and focused more on answer building rather than answer writing. So I kept on improving my answer by identifying where exactly I'm lacking, by rereading my own answers.
Point to be noted, aspirants. Saurabh highlighted, it's a very nice word. He was doing answer building, not answer writing. In simple sense, answer writing just collecting all the bricks, and answer building does mean how to put brick after brick in right way.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
Precisely.
Very nice. Yes, Saurabh. So first thing of your strategy was that you had been very much keen, restricted yourself in terms of resources, not to get confused. You filtered all the material. You are listening to everyone. Very important point Saurabh is sharing, that there are so many candidates, so many selected candidates even today. Even Saurabh had been in past years listening to others. But Saurabh made it a point that of course he is successful. I'll be listening to him, but I will take only those things which are relevant to me. It will be my design, not anyone copy of anyone copy
Yes, sir.
design. Very good. This originality paid you today. Very nice. You please continue.
So the second thing that I think that I identified in myself was I do focus on one thing at a time. So generally it is most of the toppers or most of the people say that we need to do GS and optional together, half of the day to GS and half of the day to optional. But I did not do that. I tried to give 2-3 days to optional. I completed one topic and then shifted to GS and completed the other topic, because I identified that that works for me the best. whenever I get the opportunity to dive deeper into the topic, I can do that in this manner, in a better way, and the value addition can also be better contextualized in this manner. So this is what I followed, rather than listening to others, as that both the things have to be done simultaneously.
Very nice. So, what was your optional?
So it was PSIR.
PSIR. Very nice. And your background?
Sir, computer science and engineering.
Computer science engineer. And actually, computer science is not optional. So
Yes,
you preferred PSIR most probably because after all you are going to work under political masters, so better understand them. How do they work? Is it so or something other?
Sir, so for the first time when I was interested in the subject, it was primarily because of various different ideologies, confusing ideologies. I wanted to learn the specific differences between them, is what attracted me towards the subject.
Very nice. So, Sourabh, this was your, now please classify your strategy in terms of what would you say, whether one should prepare from main to pre direction or pre to main direction? What is your suggestion?
So I think this exam requires a foundation first. Then we have to see this as an exam. So to begin with, I believe the concepts has to be strong. For example, polity, economy, geography, and basic modern history. If these subjects are done, irrespective of whether we are doing it for prelims or mains, in the first 3-4 months, then I think the strong foundation has been built. Now one can start thinking about preparing for mains specifically, and after that shift to prelims when there are 3 months to go for prelims.
Very important point to be noted, all the aspirants, please, that you have to prepare from main to pre direction. And we are professional, we speak like that, but today he is live example. It is his day today. We are speaking the same thing for so many years, that you have to prepare for main to pre, because the question, what's reason I cite, Sourabh, that there is reducing time gap between prelims and main examination.
Yes, sir.
One cannot prepare for mains after qualifying even prelims. Second thing is that in prelims examination, the questions are highly analytical and conceptual for the last 10 years. 10 or 12 years. So because of that, unless you are prepared on mains level, you won't be able to answer analytical question in prelims.
Yes, sir.
And third thing, I cite example that preparing for mains level, that means you are preparing on Olympic level. Now writing prelims means appearing in Asian Games. Naturally, you would be qualifying Asian Games because you are prepared on Olympic level. So these are the valid reasons. Fine, very good. You are endorsing those reasons. Thank you so much. Now for a mains examination, Sourabh, what did you design your strategy like in terms of time management, word management, writing 150 words in 8 minutes, 250 words in 10 minutes, then paper 4 has different strategy.
Yes,
what was your strategy in preparing mains examination?
Sir, for the first time when I wrote an answer, I wrote it while giving mains, my first mains in 2021.
Oh.
Since I was completely unprepared for mains at that time, and I had cleared prelims, and I didn't get a lot of time to practice. So that was my first answer which I wrote there. Before that, I did that answer building part. So I did write answers, but not in 7 minutes. I took approximately 15 to 16 minutes to write answers. But during that time, the time limit itself forces us to bring our best in whatever we know in those 7 minutes. If we keep on looking at the clock, that happens. That naturally happens. But still, GS4, as you specifically said, I missed 2 questions in both my mains, 2021 as well as 2022. So this time my specific focus was to complete GS4 paper. And with time, the time started reducing on its own in GS1 to 3. GS4 was something that I gave special attention on. Wrote many part tests, half-length tests of 1.5 hours each. And through that, I tried to increase my speed.
Very nice. So, like writing 250 words, writing 150 words, how did you manage that you are going to complete within word limit? Whether you had been writing certain number of words in one line or something else? What was your design?
So initially, I figured out the font size. And when I was able to do that, then there was no need to count the words. I identified that if I write at a certain font size, then obviously it will be around 140 or 160 words in a 2-page, and similarly about 240 to 260 words in 3-page. So there was no need to count words after that.
Of course, nobody is counting word by word, but roughly to take an idea, because number of candidates, what I generally see, that they are having good content, good preparation, but what their problem is, they start introduction, university style introduction, tempted to write introduction, and thereafter, before they reach to the content, they already exhausted around 100 words. Now they are pushing all the content, and that looks quite awkward. One can easily make out that they lose the battle. So you please take suggestion from Saurabh that you should be very to the point right from beginning of your answer and exactly in accordance to the question. If the question is asking, you first understand the question, thereafter you write the question. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. I'll try to add some things to it.
Yeah.
When you read a question, try to identify various parts. Generally, a 10-marker question can have 3 parts with 5 points each or 4 points each. And a 15-marker question can have 4 to 5 parts depending on how we classify them. And on average, if there are 4 parts, then 4 into 4 will be 16 points or 4 into 5 will be 20 points. So if we are able to have that in our body part, then we can keep our introduction and conclusion very short, like 3 lines are sufficient. And this will be enough.
Okay, and what was your, because essay is very decisive part also. So in essay, one can score simply 70, one can score 170 also. So how did you prepare for essay?
Sir, regarding my essay, sir, in my first attempt, my essay marks was 117. And in my second attempt in 2022, my essay marks was 86.
Oh.
And that drastic decrease was something that I'm still unable to figure out why it happened. But I still worked on my essay in 2024 attempt, and the way I worked on it was not to write complete essays, but focus on introduction first. Have 3 paragraphs on introduction. First would be an anecdote, second would be an elaboration on that anecdote, and third would be to link whatever we have discussed to the topic of the essay and to the next paragraphs. So these were the 3 paragraphs that I used to practice. And regarding the body, I used to practice writing my own ideas in a paragraph. And then towards conclusion, I used to practice using some quotes or relevant ideas in some not so flowery, but still so some attractive words. So I gave specific focus to specific areas of the essays rather than writing it completely in one go. So that allowed me to improve things as parts.
I would say that Saurabh has made it a point that while writing essay, one should clarify the whole body of essay, what you are going to convey. That should be reflecting initially, and along with lots of questions you are raising.
Yes, sir.
Over the topic of the essay, so that the examiner is very much having suspense that what kind of question you are raising and what you are going to answer. So engaging the examiner, compelling the examiner, read my essay very properly.
Yes,
so you are, it is like you are first projecting trailer of the movie, thereafter you are starting full movie.
Yes, sir.
Very nice, Saurabh. Very nice hearing. You are quite young and you are speaking like a professional. Very good. So now is Saurabh, after writing mains, did you expect you are getting call for interview?
Yes, sir, I was.
Oh, great.
Sir, I did my calculations based on the previous mains experience that I had. And I calculated the least amount of marks that I can get in mains, and that was above the previous year's cutoff. So I was expecting, but still the certainty is never there in the preparation. So I still had in my mind that it might not happen. So I was ready for that as well.
Very good, very good. So at the same time, what is called crisis is the best teacher of life. You already passed through the crisis phase. Naturally, once you get no finally, you need lots of courage to reorganize yourself to get ready for the next attempt. Saying so is very easy, but those who are writing again, and that to lots of family pressure, not family pressure exactly. What happens, whether people are asking you, not asking you, but everybody looking at you, you feel like they're asking me, kya hua? So that sometimes mindset is like that, and you start feeling low. I'm not standing up to the mark of my parents or this or that whatsoever. But yes, it's a very challenging to challenge the challenges. You have been challenging the challenges, because of that today you are here. Very good. So regarding personality test, when you started preparing, few points you speak to aspirants that should they start preparing for personality test along with preparation itself, or should they start after getting call?
Sir, I think personality test, the basics of it is just expression. How you express your thoughts by talking to somebody who is elder to you. These are the basic etiquettes that can be inculcated from the beginning. But specific preparation of personality test cannot happen before clearing mains, I believe. Mains should be the ultimate focus of an aspirant, and only after clearing mains, once the basic of expressions are clear, then you can build upon that and prepare for personality.
Very nice. I would say that what Saurabh is speaking, you correct me if I'm wrong, that you are saying that during your preparation you should prepare your body language also.
Yes.
Your official language, Hindi, English is set aside. Your body language, that should reflect humility, that should reflect you are humble, polite, to the point. And humble does not mean you'd be taken granted. But yes, at the same time, these body language could be improved in year-long practice.
Yes, sir.
That's very good suggestion you are putting before all the aspirants. I request all of you, that's a very important point. Forget about rank, first rank or second rank or 119 rank or 600 rank. What the rank is speaking to you, that makes your rank. Be clear about it. So very important, body language. Finally, what was your experience in interview? What you prepared, did you find that comfortable, or you find that something very out of box it is going to be?
Sir, I thought that it would be something difficult and something which I won't be able to do because my preparation has been mostly in the isolation phase where the conversation and interaction was minimal. So I had that feeling, but after coming to Delhi, I came earlier and joined the IGP here in an offline mode. And during the interactions that I've had here, I started feeling confident. And the first mock that I gave was good. So I got that thought in my mind that even if it appears to be something very difficult, but it's just natural. You have to be absolutely honest. You have to be natural. And you just have to be aware of the things happening around you. And most importantly, aware of yourself. Because the DAF is completely about
very important point to be noted. Aware of yourself. Current awareness or this awareness, that awareness is secondary. First, the foremost thing, you should be aware who you are, what is your background, what is your line of thinking, what is your line of communication. Very good it is. And finally, Saurabh, I found you, I had been sitting with you in the office also. You had been speaking to your mentors. I found you very much emotionally connected with them.
Yes, sir.
So what made you so emotionally connected to this institution next IAS? Tell us very frankly, without any presumption, what made you so connected to next IAS?
Sir, my association with next IAS has been quite late, specifically during IGP. But association with Dipin Sir has been more than 1 year.
Okay.
And the time when I started watching his course was the time when I didn't clear prelims in 2023. So that was the lowest point for me. And at that time when somebody for the first time started motivating me was him. So when I attended his classes, current affairs classes, it was not just about the content, but also about some short stories or the way he delivered the content, the way he kept on motivating students to write answers. After every class, he gave a question and gave 7 minutes time to write that answer, and also used to see the answers whenever I mailed him. So that I think developed a connect at the time when I was at my lowest, and that I think made me emotionally very much linked to him.
Very nice. So it's a really, we feel so proud of that. But one thing I would like to share with you, Saurabh, all of us here, very professionally speaking, the ambience is amazing here. It is because of amazing leader. Because if a country is strong, we have leader like Sardar Patel. So what China is today because of Deng Xiaoping or Mao Zedong. I'm not comparing, but yes, next IAS is ambience here And we all faculties here, irrespective of age or seniority or junior, we are like a very strong family. We feel very proud of that you are taking name of the young man who is taking session or current affairs with so much of motivation.
Yes.
So that make feel all of us like we are member of very strong team, and your the words of thanks really mean to us, great meaning to us. God need thanks, we are human. So thank you so much, Saurabh. Thank you so much. All the best wishes with you. Do your job in wonderful way.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much.